Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. There's only two status effects we haven't, touched on for Mirror Dungeon 3 yet. And of course, it's kind of obvious which one I'm gonna go for now, because, Barrage is born. Yeah, bleed time. Apparently the last run I was doing grinding, I chose bleed as well. Whoops. That goes sometimes. I've got 2,500, Starlight now, so I'm in a good spot for the update today. And of course, if you're watching this, I'll be streaming Limbus sometime shortly after this video goes up. When the update comes out specifically, Bleed team is. It's at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, whatever that is your time. I'll be streaming. Feel free to join in for that for Mirror Dungeon 3 Hard Gaming. It'll be something. But, yeah, these gifts... Wound Clerid is just kind of stupid. When hitting an enemy with a skill that inflicts bleed, inflict additional bleed. You can get this even stronger, too, if you upgrade it a little bit. And Grabbing at Stake, Snail Coin skills, inflict a little bit of bleed, a little bit of defense level down. It's good for egos, like mass attacks and stuff. We could just use, like, Sun Shower or something and do a stupid amount of damage. And just inflict a bunch of bleed on everyone. Sure. Deploy order shouldn't matter too much. We actually don't have any sloth on this team, so maybe Sunshine wasn't the best example to use there, but we can use like Fluid Sack or something, and then we'll be able to just stack it up, Oh yeah, the Steam year in review thing came out recently. I forgot about that yesterday. I should show it. I think that would be funny. Nope. Shh. Alright. I was considering just win rating it and just switching screens, which would be definitely an interesting choice. Okay, you know what? I'll do it here. Let's while they're fighting in the background, let's switch screens to my main screen. Okay, you can see everything that's going on. That is fine by me. Wow, Limbus 44% of playtime. Yeah, no shocker there. 33,000 workshop item subscribers. Very interesting. Yeah. The Limbus Company playtime's the main thing I'm here to show, because this is a little bit silly. Oh god. Not in January, because the game wasn't out yet then, but, pretty consistently throughout. Interesting how, like, the lowest was the May. It's definitely because of the fact that was, a dead month for content, but, yeah, silly stuff. 110-day streak. That was, like, what, February through June, I think? I had, like, I was away for a little bit in June, so I couldn't, and I was also away for a little bit in October. That's why this is my longest daily streak. Yeah, don't worry about that too much, Isaac. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, LobCorp is my fourth most played game on Steam this year. It's all thanks to the streams. Look at that. That is the wrong button. Whoops. Okay, well, back to normal. Just figured I might as well show that, because, silly. It's mainly the, like the amount of sessions played in Limbus that's noteworthy. I've launched Limbus 1,488 times this year, and that was, like, before even factoring some, like, of the more recent type stuff. I got crit here for a bunch of bleed count. Unfortunate. We're still inflicting a stupid amount of bleed, because whenever we inflict bleed, we inflict even more thanks to Wound Clerid, and we haven't even upgraded it yet. I think Wound Clerid inflicts, like, bleed count too if you upgrade it, right? I think that's gonna be one of our main focuses early on this run. Upgrade that, Can you upgrade I don't think you can upgrade Grimy Nail. I feel like I haven't seen it be upgraded, and therefore it probably can't. But who knows? I'm honestly kind of surprised there's not, like, a Starlight buff that gives it a chance for, like, EO gifts you find to, like, come upgraded already. That's kind of like a standard, like, roguelike type thing, I'm surprised that's not like a tier 3 either, or like a tier 4 EO gift either. Like all EO gifts are automatically upgraded to plus plus or something. It's the kind of thing you'd expect, but guess not. Although, you know, individuality is important. Not going for, you know, like the standard, most obvious types of options for ego gift. Sure, we'll take this. We've got envy, that's for sure. Interesting. There's 2 tier 3s here. That really is interesting. I might take Oscillating Bracelet because it's Wrath. Sure, why not? This is also Wrath. I kind of want to save some stuff, though. Okay. We gamble. So what I'm doing with this is, in case you aren't aware, if I fuse Oscillating Bracelet and Perversion, I'm almost guaranteed to get a Bleed Ego gift from it because they're both a Wrath Ego gift. Wrath, I just remembered Wrath is Burn. Whoops. I may be stupid. I needed 2 Lust Ego gifts. I did not think for a second there. Wrath will give me Burn. If I fuse those together, I'm going to get a random Burn Ego gift. Whoops. I need to get random Lust. What is there for random Lust Ego gift? I don't know. There's definitely something out there, but, whoops, that was a silly mistake of me. God. We now have Oscillating Bracelet, and, I'll probably sell it to try and make at least some money back. I don't know. Unfortunately, we cannot bleed out Guido because of the fact he will remove his bleed as soon as, he gets under half HP. He's staggered, so, like, he's just gonna die, but no funny bleed stacking on Guido, it would seem. He's too rude. Yeah, he cleansed it all. He's got a couple Fanatic. That's how it goes. He's staggered, so he should die here. Assuming he's being attacked by... Oh yeah, Execution. We're executing him. Good to see. We'll do it like that so we can actually execute him for the joke. Boink. God. Okay. This team is fairly good for inflicting bleed, so we're definitely going to be fine, and the EO gifts are just going to make it so we're even more set. As far as bleed count goes, we've got Faust for, you know, nails. That's a big thing for bleed count. You've got a fair bit of bleed count, and you've got like a moderate amount of bleed count. Yeah, like 3 on that, 3 on that. Your skill 3, of course, is great for bleed count if you get the crit on the second coin. You inflict a bunch of bleed count on enemies with a lot of bleed potency with your skill 2. You've got a bunch of bleed count based on the speed difference with a max of 4. Yeah, we've got a lot of bleed count, so we should be set. It does kind of seem like bleed has been more focused on bleed count so far. Because of stuff like nails existing. So, like, the fact that most EO gets focused on bleed potency kind of synergizes well with the current state of bleed. I also didn't run either of the middle units, because they do have bleed, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's not a lot. We'll take Blood, Sweat, and Tears. There's nothing Lust, so nothing worth actually, like, taking. What path do we take here? Probably bottom path, do something like that. So we can get to the rest stop, upgrade some stuff, get a risky encounter as well, so we get another ego gift. It sounds good to me. Sounds good indeed. Okay. You guys are weak to the gripping. You guys are weak to the piercing, so we're just gonna kill you guys a little bit. You know how it goes. And do a little bit of rampaging too. Cause why not? Nice. Got a kill. Pride Resonance, because why not? Pride is like, it's interesting how like Pride and like there's so much going on with like bleed teams, because there's a lot of Pride, there's a lot of Lust, there's a lot of Envy. There's a lot of very, like, varying different sins for bleed so far. Very interesting. Like, recently, of course, it's been focusing on the envy, but, like, it was kind of mostly focused on, like, you know, the lust of the end for a while. The pride was more so just kind of something that was kind of going across quite a few of them. Not as notable thing as the other two, but you can definitely tell it sometimes. With just the turns where you get a stupid amount of pride. Probably has to do with the fact that pride is pretty closely, like, tied to the factions themselves. Pride makes a lot of sense for, like, Pequod, it makes a lot of sense for N-Corp, makes a lot of sense for, like, Kurokumo. Yeah, this is a Pierce Weak risky encounter, though, so we should be able to do a lot of damage. It'll probably be, like, what can it be? It can be... T-Corp, that would do it. Inflicting additional tremor, how scary. It is actually kind of scary, because we've almost only got skill 1s on, like, most of our team. Because you don't have any slot, there's physically no egos you can use here. That's a little bit silly. Because I got Perversion, but Perversion only increases the amount we get of the sins we already have. So it does not help with Sloth in the slightest. So I'm fine with just going for a lot of these questionable clashes here, because, like, what else am I gonna do? We stacked some bleed count on some of them. Yeah, these two notably, and they're only going for single coin attacks, so we should be able to... Struggling. That's okay. I believe. Ugh. That guy almost bled himself to death. He wouldn't have... Even if he did win that clash, he would have survived, though, so it's a good thing that Heathcliff did win that clash inevitably. Ram, that guy's definitely going to bleed to death, and sooner or later. He'll take 20 damage from this, that's something. Yeah. Because these guys don't have... Yeah, they've got, like, a weaker passive than the actual, like, ones in, like, the Mirror Dungeon. I knew it was something like that. I knew they didn't have, you know, like, the fully restore HP at low HP or whatever. But, like, at low HP, from 12% to 24% HP, they fall within that threshold. So they need to be low, but not too low. Then they'll heal up a bunch. It's unlikely to trigger too often. Especially when we're just kind of killing all of them. Yeah, there we go. It might have triggered for one of them and I just wasn't paying attention in that fight. I wouldn't be shocked. We're gonna see more of them soon, I'm sure. Okay, enhanced gifts. Yeah, okay, we can't do... They can't be powered up. But this one makes it so skills inflict bleed or Wrathmade skills inflict 5 bleed. So, you know, a little bit more. And now it'll inflict bleed and bleed count with every time we inflict bleed. Pretty good. If we want to do that, we could do that if we want to be silly. We guarantee a tremor you if we did this. I'm down to fuse some of these that will, like, randomly together. See if we get anything special. Who knows? Reverberation. Not great. Okay. I'll take that as a sign and not try that again. Onward to go. Last week.
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
내가 시범을 보이지.
힘내세요.
That's fine. Oh, these guys are weak to the slash deck. They're weak to the rhino ramming.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
Otherwise, they're just kind of resisting most of our stuff because, you know, Pierce. We've inflicted one of them with Gaze. Might be able to do some decent damage there, potentially. Nothing too special this turn, because it's just Impale. Okay. Well, Demolish will do good damage. We just keep on going for the Pierce attacks, and hope it adds up within time. We're inflicting bleed, if nothing else. That's also, you know, something to keep in mind. And, you know, a lot of bleed now, especially. Wound Clerid ++, my beloved. Wound Clerid already was just kind of super stupid for bleed teams. It's been kind of like... You could argue it's been nerfed in some situations now, because of the fact that at base level, it's a little more bleed inflicted per hit, I think. But it also only applies to bleed attacks and not wrath ones. But once you upgrade it once, it also applies the Wrath again, so
항해의 끝.
it's just really good. I think there's some other EO gifts like that where they've kind of removed functions from them, but like replaced it with other stuff. You get those functions back if you upgrade them to a certain degree.
찹쌀.
It's Slash
놓치지
and
말게.
Sloth. I mean, this is either Calendar or it's Pink Shoes, right? Yeah, Pink Shoes it is.
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요? 아, 힘내세요.
I keep on thinking, I feel I've definitely seen Calendar with this like once, I want to say. Calendar being shown as like Sloth and Slash. Although it's been a while since I've seen Calendar. I really have not encountered it much at all. But I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering something. I know this was the easiest fight to get on this floor, so you know, we're set. We'll lose some clashes against these guys, that is fine by me. They're not gonna do that much damage, and you know, because you know, Heathcliff got hit there, you attacked, you know, a quad person, that's not good for your health.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
Okay. Mercer won his clash even with the tails.
이상은
And it's just the guys left.
내 골수의 침입.
Might be able to kill them this turn, we'll see. We shall see.
보자.
If the prescript wills it to be so, then these guys will be dead. You also got a bunch of bleed. Unfortunately, you cannot use your bleed at all. Get the crit here? Yeah, I got the crit. Okay. Not quite enough to kill that guy this turn. So we're gonna have to take down. We are gonna have to refuse putting on the shoes this turn.
그러졌네, 저거. 맞추기 쉽.
Unfortunate.
상황이 좋다고
Oh no, we aren't. Okay.
말씀하지만
Didn't trigger here. I think it's because they were staggered or something. My guess. Well, that works well. Kill with the execution. Everyone gets the funny powers up.
능력 평가?
Or the damage up. It's not a power.
어우, 제대로 굴-
10% for both Pierce and Blunt, and we got the kill. Good job, gang. Okay. Well, this is Lust, so we'll not take it because it's max HP up. Envy or Pride? I guess that's the question here. We probably have stronger. We've got a lot of good strong Envy attacks, a lot of good strong Pride attacks. I'll stick with the one that makes it so our Envy is more powerful, though. Ooh, if we go down here, we're never gonna get to go to that rest stop. We don't really need to upgrade anything else, though. That's the thing. I'm fine with missing out that rest stop, then, I think. White Gossipium, don't mind if I do. Refresh. We might want to change some skills here. Assuming we get someone who can actually change the skills of reasonably. Nope, okay. I see how it is. Yeah, okay. I'll take the throne. I'll take the grand welcome. You've got this. This way we'll be able to get our sloth resources so that I can, you know, use Sun Shower or whatever it is I wanted to do. Use any egos on Yusung, really, since currently he cannot use any of his. Why should I, you know, switch up? The fact that you, like, don't have to, like, individually go through and select your egos for every, like, sinner in Mirror Dungeon 3 has made it so there's definitely plenty of times where I have less than optimal egos equipped for whatever build I'm going for.
일반적인 상황에선 선택하지 않을 방식이 있지만 이유가 있었으니까.
We do a little bit of bleed.
방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람
Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit.
귀찮게 끌지 말지.
Clever not. Yeah, this is a little bit of bleed. Nice. If we get Heathcliff below HP, then we'd also be in a really good spot for that. Could be a funny idea. You're staggered, so you're going to gain even more bleed potency. Yeah, okay. This guy's at 40, this guy's at 39. You can really tell the ones that have been staggered. Pride Resonance? Pride Resonance, why not? Some neutrals still in there, but you know, Pride Resonance, it's worth it. Looks like we still win the clash. Looks like Ryoshi took some damage there, though. Unfortunate, she'll be fine, though.
우리가 우세.
Yeah.
서둘러
I guess
끝내보자.
from now on, whenever Heathless getting attacked, we need to just have him counter. We need him to take a bunch of damage. We don't have anything for healing right now. Let me check passives, because I kind of forgot about that last time, and I was getting healed slowly. At least HP heals 5 HP. That's right. Chef Gregor is here. None of this is healing, though, so it's just Chef Gregor that's going to slowly be healing our low HP people. So maybe we don't bother getting Heathcliff's HP too low right now, because he's just going to start slowly healing it up anyways. I don't think we'll need it to, but it will mean that his skill 3 inflicts a stupid amount of bleed if he's below half. Could be fun. Okay, risky encounter.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
Looks good enough.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면 생명은 어떻게라도 보존될 테니.
Nice.
전열이 무너졌군.
적중에 정신 못 차리는 녀석이 있네.
And the Lost Resonance, because why not?
개인적인 조치는 필요 없을 거예요.
That guy's taking a little bit of damage. They're all taking a little. They're all bleeding out. That's the beauty of this team. That's the beauty of Wound Cleared. Like that's really like kind of like the main thing here. Like Wound Cleared is super good. Even if you're not running like a bleed team, if you just throw it like a Wound Cleared plus on a team that's got like even a little bit of Wrath, you're in such a good spot. I don't know, is there much of a reason to run a Wrath team right now? Like, I mean, there's Wrath for agility from like Rodion 4th match. I mean, 3 Wrath for agility, in fact, and it's the 3 target mass attack after Redfin 4, so, you know, that's like a reason to go for a Wrath team. And there are a lot of pretty strong Wrath skill 3s. Stuff like, you know, Mind Whip and Self-Destructive Bird. Although if you're trying to run like Wrath Bleed type stuff, you probably want people who've got like a high coin like Wrath skills 1s and 2s. Stuff like Rabbit Heathcliff could probably benefit a lot from Wound Cleared. He has in the past for me, because his skill 2 inflicts bleed as well. Oh, special contract, cool. The Rabbit Heathcliff can definitely benefit a lot from it, because his skill 1 is Wrath and his skill 2 is Bleed, so, you know, he just inflicts a bunch of Wrath and Bleed. No, he just inflicts a bunch of Wrath. No, he inflicts a lot of Bleed. Other people, I'm sure, are also pretty good for that purpose, although nothing's really coming to mind too much. I don't know, it wouldn't be bad on, like, a Liu team, that's also true, because, you know, they've got a lot of Wrath attacks that are pretty strong, too. A lot of multi-coin Wrath attacks. So, you know, you could start stacking Bleed on a Liu team if you had Wound Cleared ++. Of course, the ++ is necessary, because that's the only way you'd actually be able to inflict Bleed count. Although, you know, you could just stack a bunch of Bleed potency, and that's, you know, sometimes that's good enough. Nice. That person got hit by the contract, took a little bit of damage.
그 공격은 적합하진 않아 보이네요. 관리법을
제법 지쳤나 보. 저들이 추풍과 같이 흔들려.
And the Pride Resonance. Gotta go for the Pride Resonance. We could go for like stronger attacks here, but like Pride Resonance, Neuron Activation. Wish I had Nebulizer, because more poise would be really good, especially on the Pequod IDs. Especially on Yisung, being able to use his skill 2 frequently would be a little beneficial.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
보자 너.
50 bleed. Yeah, pretty good. Did he get the crit here? He did. That's even more bleed count on that guy. Although he just gets stabbed to death anyways, so, you know. Ooh, a little bit of a rampage.
맞장구 끌지 말지. 적확한 한압이었어.
Does a lot of bleed thanks to wound with Clerid.
칼날이 잘 드네요. 아마
And
그
there we go.
공격이 약점이었겠죠?
Pierce, Envy.
나설 만한 곳이어야 할
That's
겁니다.
Frog, right? We can bleed him to death. Aleppo. With, you know, this song playing. Always just pure comedy.
생명은 어떻게라도 보존될
Yeah, we
테니.
could clash here. I mean, that clashes well. You don't want to use this yet, though. That's right. I almost forgot. Okay, this will be some bleed count. That's good. This... He needs to build up charge before he can get a lot of benefit from that one. Okay, wait on that then. We're gonna let a lot of one-side attacks go through because I think it'll be funnier to stack up a stupid amount of bleed. What's he gonna do? Reduce our sanity? We don't need sanity to inflict bleed. It is unnecessary. And then once we have enough bleed on him, we start losing clashes. Oh, you got to use that an additional time, nice. We start losing clashes because then, like, oh, what's he gonna do? Thwack, thwack. You're already almost at max bleed potency on your body, so maybe we should just start taking down the eyes here. Although, what's a multi-coin attack that's going to lose a clash? Snag Harpoon wins. I mean, Snag Harpoon wins, but this is also pretty good for bleed stuff, so, you know, use that anyways. Wins. This wins too. Okay, we're winning too many clashes for my liking. That's fine. We're winning too many clashes. Truly an interesting problem to have in this game. I don't really want to break the eyes, though. Because if I break the eyes, then they won't be able to attack. I just want to stack bleed on them without doing too much damage, perhaps. Because the thing is, bleed's self-damage. It can never, like, stagger it, so it'll never be able to stagger eyes. I mean, it can break the eyes once they drop to, like, 0 HP, but, like, that's different. Okay, the left eye has been broken, though, I think. I think that's what that was. Oh. That was actually pretty good, yeah. What happened there was the fact that because Heathcliff lost a bunch of sanity to the eye being destroyed, the clash didn't go nearly as well as it was expected to. A neutral with the 2 coin is not bad. Don't know if we can beat that anywhere. A struggling with a 3 coin is pretty good. And by that I mean pretty bad. That's what we want to see. Yeah, that'll probably be good enough. Everyone else just attack the right eye. Stack some bleed on it, because why not? Yep. Oh, a tie. Ties are really good. Okay, yeah. His body has been broken thanks to that. He is not living this turn. He's going to try killing Heathcliff, and he's going to die in the process. Oh no, unless Heathcliff just wins the clash immediately. I mean, we still kill you, though, because we've got some decent attacks going through ambush. Should do pretty well here. Actually, you don't die, though. Yeah, no, you're not quite dead. Actually, let's see, let me do this. I like doing the auto for the sake of doing this, because then it kind of just, I don't need to drag as many of them to their target destination. And down you go, nice. Poor little frog being bled to death. Oh, we can steal his eye. You know what? Why not? We killed him. Might as well take his eye. It would be funny if when you killed an Abno, you were guaranteed to get their Eagle Gift as an option. Although there are some Abnos that still really need Eagle Gifts, I still don't know why they haven't given events to, like, Abnos we've seen in main story yet. It really doesn't make sense. It would be, like, so logical. We even have, like, an Eagle Gift for, like, some of them. like, we got the lightning rod. We got, like, the lightning rod from the Alleyway Watchdog, but there's no Alleyway Watchdog event,
내가
which is
시범을
so
보이지.
strange. It feels like such an obvious one, and they can do it. If they do that, they can add a bunch more events without having to actually add more abnormalities. Because they kind of seem to be wanting to add a little less abnormalities with Mirror Dungeon 3, because, you know, there's already so many. So, like, why don't they just add stuff for previous Abnos? They did that for, the Dream Devouring Silt Current. Why don't they do that for, like, some of the even earlier ones? If they wanted to be, you know, really fancy, they could even, like, finally add, like, the Abnos for whatever was going on in the Kanto 3, like, corrosions. I actually do theorize that the snake corrosions might have been from the one Abno that gives you, like, the red order. Like, the one snake priest-looking thing. It's possible. It doesn't really match up perfectly, but, you know, it's the closest thing we've got. But I don't know about that. It still seems like a bit of a stretch. I think we just have not seen them yet. Like, there's some sort of fleshy lion-like Abno, and there's some sort of snake-like Abno, and those are the two corrosions that we've got genuinely no clue about from Kanto 3 Dungeon. On top of the fact that there's also, you know, the nothing there corrosion. Oh, 0620 TE. Assumably nothing there in TE Teth Ego. I thought it was just Teth first, but I think I believe that it probably stands for Teth Ego there. Oh, I gotta go this. Okay, that'll work. The bell tools. We can take the levels, honestly. We do not need the bell on this team, that's for sure. 2 levels, yippee. Yahoo. And we go top path so we can get to the shop. Otherwise, we're never going to get a chance to go onto the top path.
여기다가 말하면 녹음되는 건가요?
I remember when like, the patch notes before Mirror Dungeon 2 came out, they kind of teased at, like, you know, some of the new EU gifts, and one of them was, like, a bunch of vines. So I was like, oh, a bunch of vines. This is going to be for, you know, this is going to be like Ebony Queen's Apple. And, you know, it sure wasn't. Wasn't far off because, you know, the Woodsman is also based on that, like, same story. It's definitely related to the Apple Abnos in some degree. But I definitely thought that's what they were going to do, and they did it partially with stuff like the Lightning Rod. I don't know.
이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요. 참.
It's just an untapped well for, you know, the random events in Mirror Dungeons.
조금만 더 해보죠.
And one that would assumably be not too bad. Who knows? Maybe some people do not like that idea. Maybe I'm sure there's some of you guys probably, like, agree with me. Some of you guys might disagree with me. You think that it's best to, you know, keep the ones in that, like, the Mirror Dungeons, you know, unique or something. I don't know. I do like the idea of having a bunch of random Abnos that, like, we're never going to actually, like, fight. We're never going to get egos for. But I do also really hope we do get stuff for most of them sooner or later. They're pretty much all, like, really interesting Abnos, like, design-wise. Could have a lot of cool stuff behind them. Refraction Road definitely seems to be doing a good job of slowly introducing us to all of them. On top of the fact, you know, we are all seeing them in the main story. I do hope the main story kind of keeps on going with having, like, new Abnos that aren't Mirror Dungeon, at least to a little bit. Like, Dream Devouring Silt Current was super cool, and, you know, it fit super well with the actual Kanto itself. I don't know, the Kanto 4 Abnos really felt random, you know? Like, for pretty much every other Kanto, there's kind of like a theme to them, you know? They've got, you know, a similar vibe. You can't really say that about the Kanto 4 ones, can you? I don't know, maybe you can. Could pull something together, like, the theme could be, like, reminiscence, could be, like, the past or something. And it works for maybe some of them, like, so that no one will cry or something. But I don't know. But then, of course, you know, in Kanto 5, all 3 of the Abnos are very clearly focused on obsession. Blind obsession, of course, being an obvious example, you know, the Ego 4. Dream Devouring Silt Current, but also, you know, the Clam being obsessed with the Pearl, of course, and the Skin Prophet being obsessed with knowledge. Now, you know, maybe those Avnos, if they just, you know, put aside their obsessions, and maybe they'd be great friends. They could have teamed together. They could have taken down the whale themselves, I'm sure.
면밀히 짚어보고 나아가는 게 어떤가 오만.
The whale itself really didn't put up that big of a fight in the end, huh? I'm really shocked we didn't get, like... I was expecting, like, we'd fight, like, some weird, like, whale heart flesh type being before Ahab. That's what I was, like, expecting to see in Kanto 5. Like, I was expecting there to be, like, some sort of, like, abnormality type creature, like, at the heart of the whale. We need to defeat that, and then that's when Ahab would betray us. But no, Ahab was just like, you know what, let's fight now. And so we did. Power skill, not the most interesting. Merso, not the most interesting. Merso, not the most interesting. I'm just gonna buy them. The more you get, the more starlight I get, so I might as well buy a bunch of random things. I'm not getting what I'm looking for, being like stuff for either the Pequod crew or maybe Honglu. Oh, we keep on going. Onwards and upwards.
걱정 마시오.
More of these.
최후의 혈구 하나만 남아
Heretic?
생명은
Or I guess we're the heretics in this situation because they're the Inquisitors, but you know what I mean. I mean, if Grip Faust is, you know, killing them, they probably are heretics from her point of view, and therefore they probably are like, oh no, we're heretics.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게
Like, if any of these Inquisitors thought, like, Cromer wanted them dead, they'd be like, oh, okay, and then they'd just kind of die. Like, they wouldn't even, like, kill themselves, their hearts would just stop functioning. Like, not because of, like, some sort of, like, weird reason, no, they'd just be like, oh, I guess we're heretics, and then they just heal over and die. I think that would check out, like, from, like, a lore perspective. I mean, I think that's also, like, supposed to be, like, most people in the city. Hierarchy is, like, such, like, a crucial thing to, like, every city-goer's life. If you, you know, disrespect your superiors, you kind of get put to death, especially in, like, the Fingers, but also just kind of in general. Who knows, maybe there's a singularity that, like, makes it so if you tell a lie, your, like, heart explodes. Oh, actually, that would go hard. Telltale Heart Singularity? That would be wacky. I don't know. I think Project Moon does love their literary references. So, you know, having some sort of singularity, something that's based on, like, Telltale Heart, that would be cool. I wouldn't be surprised. Also, it's Fairy Gentleman time, so get ready for, you know, a pathetically easy fight. Okay, turn 1, you've got a 3 speed, we can outspeed you. We are just going to one-sided you. That's it. That's the entire plan here. Like that, yeah. Because, you know, we're gonna inflict enough bleed that we're gonna be fine. You're not going to run out of bleed, you're going to take a bunch of damage with all your attacks, and then next turn we'll start clashing or something. I guess, no, next turn we're going to focus on, like, the body, probably. You'll have this, that's the body attacking, so I don't care. Get some nails off for even more bleed count next turn. Nails don't count as bleed for wounded Clerid, so they are kind of boring, but, yeah. Actually, Merso's going to be able to stagger the arm. I guess the arm broke itself, so didn't matter too much. Oh, you're just purely going for Heathcliff. Actually, that's fine, yeah. I see how this is going. We do a little bit of this, and then how's the left arm doing on bleed count? 11? Okay, that's fine. We focus the body, we let the body get its, you know, one-side attacks or whatever off. Yep, there's the stagger on Heathcliff, that's fine. He's okay with being hit a bunch, that's kind of what he does. He gains, a bunch of damage up next turn.
어떤 사람들은 상처를 통해
How's your bleed looking in
성장한다고
general? Body doesn't have the
나의
most.
것들을 더
I guess we can kind of like split our attacks evenly now if we want to. If we want to be silly. I guess the left arm's going for the most attacks though, so. Oh, this is struggling. Yeah, definitely let that happen. Dominating. Let's do it like this then maybe. Let's do it like this so we're just all going for the same slot so we're not redirecting anything, and then Cackle. Okay, that looks good. Because Cackle loses the Clash, you're gonna take a bunch of damage. Thanks to the bleed. You stagger Faust, that is perfectly fine by me. He's gonna like heal himself up, that's like the one thing about this guy, of course. But like I don't think we care that much at this point. Do we crit? We do crit, that's good. And let's take the swirl for even more bleed. You've got your one-side attacks to use, you're gonna heal up a bunch. You're gonna heal, your 100 HP or whatever it is from your body, probably. I didn't check, but like... Oh, it doesn't look like you are this turn. Okay.
어떤
That's fine by me.
상처를 통해 성장한다고 하오. 나의 것들도 그러리라고
Not
했소.
doing too much this turn. Favored, so there's a chance we lose that one. That's something. I do not think we're actually going to lose any clashes this turn, though. We'll try track, because, maybe we will. We'll see. I think you might just die here, though. That's the thing. Because we're going to do a lot of damage here. You've got, a lot of bleed already.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Yeah. Yeah, you're dead. Fair Gentleman is the easiest final boss, though, so not really a shocker there. House was just minding her business being staggered over there while everyone else beat this silly fellow to death. He had it coming.
들리지 않네. 심장
Yeah.
고동 소리.
I mean, that checks out.
모든 고래.
Yeah.
심장 소리. 멈춰도
158. Starlight, not bad.
돌아갈 것.
Unfortunately, we missed out on some because of starting Ego gift choice because my previous run was also Bleed Ego gift, but I want to do a Bleed run today, so I was fine with, missing out on a little bit of Starlight in order to do it. Because either that or Charge, and Charge didn't... The Charge Ego gifts really aren't that interesting.
사측에 명시된 내용입니다.
I grab my boxes, grab my module, and I actually got, more paid lunacy, so, it's nice, we can get back into the daily extraction grind. Assuming I, remember from now on. I haven't done it for like a couple weeks, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just start forgetting. See if we get anything, special here. It's a little more shards. It adds up. Oh! This is on the Pequod banner too, so it might be a Heathcliff. What are you giving me? 3-star? Oh, 7 Otis. Alright. Sure thing. I'll take Otis shards. I probably won't need them because chances are I'll get the 2-star Otis today without much of a hassle. But you never know. And oh, there's a 2-star Heathcliff, so we still did get some Heathcliff shards. That's nice. Oh yeah, I've spent a couple boxes. I spent like 500 of them. I have every single 2-star and 3-star identity at Update 4 now. Next, I gotta spend like 500 bucks or something to get all the 1-stars up to Thread Spin or up to Update 4, which I'll probably do in time. Wound cleared, my beloved. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.